This next match is your main event of the evening, and it is for the Warriors of Wrestling Heavyweight title. Introducing to you first, ain't no stopping me. Ain't no stopping me. Introducing to you first, the challenger to my right. He hails from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Weighing at 245 pounds, he is the international wrestling superstar, Shelton Benjamin. And his opponent from right here in Staten Island, New York. Weighing at 203 pounds, he was the current reigning and defending Warriors of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Rudeboy
There's the bell. Here we go. Rudeboy Riley against Shelton Benjamin.
And there you saw right at the top, Rudeboy kissed his belt goodbye.
And we know how important this title is.
Respectful handshake there. You mentioned it. Everyone's coming all over to challenge for this title. And Shelton, he wants to win it the right way. I would personally say the only way to win. Oh.
Rudeboy Riley showing he has home field advantage. While I don't agree with him about this, you know, as his beloved New York Mets also at first place, showing he's first place here at Warriors of Wrestling. Shelton Benjamin not playing that game apparently. Wants to go a little serious here at the beginning of this match. Again, you talked about the importance of the Warriors of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. We've seen men from all over the world come and challenge for this championship. And no different, Shelton Benjamin traveled everywhere there is to wrestle. Shelton Benjamin has been there. And now he is here, the Warriors of Wrestling.
WWE New Japan has all led to this here tonight in Staten Island to get this title. And you mentioned it off the top. Shelton not playing to this crowd, but if I'm not mistaken, they are fighting for a wrestling championship, not a popularity contest.
Oh, Shelton Benjamin showing the size advantage right off the bat.
You say size, also experience.
Absolutely. Rudeboy Riley with multiple years of experience here at Warriors of Wrestling and around the East Coast, but of course pales in comparison to the resume of Shelton Benjamin.
And this crowd is split, showing that at least half of them do not know what they're talking about.
Shelton Benjamin, one of Rudeboy Riley's favorite wrestlers earlier, now facing across the lake. Is he up for a timeout?
You know, they say sometimes you shouldn't meet your heroes, but you certainly couldn't fight.
Saying something that upset the crowd on that side. The chance of Win Riley win in the crowd. Not only is he from Staten Island, but the Warriors of Wrestling faithful has seen him turn into the champion he is today. Waistlock applied to Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin actually get him back into a hammerlock.
And what an ungrateful lot. Shelton Benjamin here is kind enough to come share his skills with this audience and ultimately become their champion each and every week. But unfortunately, they just cannot see past the propaganda of this local boy.
Propaganda. The only thing he's been doing is winning matches here at Warriors of Wrestling. Oh, again takes that shoulder tackle.
I don't know. I've heard rumors. I want to see a birth certificate. Prove to me this guy's from Staten Island.
Are you a Rudeboy Riley birther? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying I like to see with my own two eyes. And what I'm seeing with my own two eyes right now is Shelton Benjamin giving this guy a lesson.
Back to square one between these two. Rudeboy Riley toe-to-toe with Shelton Benjamin. Well, let's see. I've got to say, I do not think that it's a good idea for Rudeboy Riley to try to mat wrestle former Golden Gopher of Shelton Benjamin.
I don't know. It's a very kind thing he's doing here for this young, up-and-comer Rudeboy Riley. Gonna give him a nice little clinic here. That's very kind of Shelton Benjamin to do.
Here we go. Locking one hand. We're going to see a test of strength here. But Shelton kicks the hand away. Oh! And now he's got the arm trapped. Rudeboy Riley, a tough hold to fight out of, especially while giving up the height and strength advantage.
And realistically, what's Rudeboy's plan here? What is he going to do? He can't out-slice him. He can't out-power him. He can't out-wrestle him.
The jacket says it all that he wore to the ring. Win, Riley, win, and that's his plan. Here we go. Riley not holding on Shelton. We've seen a respectful match between these two. Started with the handshake. Riley one more time avoids the shoulder tackle, blocks the hip toss. Oh, jumping knee, Shelton Benjamin. Snapmare, and Rudeboy Riley goes for the first pin of this match. One. Only a one, says referee Chris Levin. Throws a strike for Shelton out. Able to fight out of that. He has him up. Riley fights out. Goes for an O'Connor roll. Shelton holds on to the ropes. Ducks. Ducks again. Sunset flip. 1, 2. Or a kitchen sink, my apologies.
And you saw all of that back and forth, the speed that these two are working at, and Shelton Benjamin still one step ahead, able to kick out.
And Rudeboy Riley showing just how close he was to defeating Shelton Benjamin.
It's just a real shame that he has to throw that into Shelton's face. Shelton's here to have just a respectful contest. Shelton has shown nothing but respect to these fans here, even willing to compete against our champion.
Rudeboy Riley now, both these men squaring off. Oh, and Shelton Benjamin, a knee to the midsection. Ooh. A hard forearm to Rudeboy Riley.
Shelton has won championships in every single company that he's been to. You would be a fool to think that this will not be another one of them.
Yeah, you would be, unless you were talking about Rudeboy Riley, the heart, the fight, the fire of the kid from Staten Island, the Warriors of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, those are a lot of nice words. Those are just all synonyms.
Synonyms for what?
Loser, honestly. Let's put it that way, okay?
Goes to the pop-up knee, the X-up knee, but instead he eats a forearm from Shelton Benjamin. Rudeboy Riley's reeling in the corner. Whips Riley follows up, tries for the boot, but instead, what is... Oh!
That's the thing. There is nothing you can throw at Shelton that he hasn't seen before.
Two parts to that. One, the kick to the face. Two, landing on the mat, and Shelton Benjamin only a two.
You mentioned the greats of this industry, and Shelton has been in the ring with every single one of them. What does Rudeboy Riley think that he can throw at him that Shelton hasn't seen already?
And the crowd chanting, you still got it at Shelton Benjamin. You know, I would argue he's never lost it.
I would argue they're chanting that at Rudeboy Riley. They are so upset that he still has the world title.
You know, I just can't agree with what you're saying.
Again, Rob, one of us wears glasses and it's not me.
Oh. We talk about a respectful match. I think that's out the window now with that punch to the side of the head of Rudeboy Riley, right to the temple. Oh, but does it mean that much? Does the Warriors Wrestling Championship mean that much? Oh my goodness!
What do you mean does it mean that much? Every match that Shelton Benjamin has means life and death to him.
Slams him right on that lower back. Rudeboy Riley's in a bad way right now. A hush is falling over the crowd here at the fun station.
Shelton being the bigger man, letting the young man get him a few shots.
You know, I'm hard-pressed to believe that Shelton Benjamin or Rudeboy Riley would let something happen to them in this matchup. With what is at stake, we saw the consequences of just what someone would do for a heavyweight championship match. A shot here at Warriors Wrestling. Shelton Benjamin now driving the air out of Rudeboy Riley.
That's another thing. I mean, Shelton Benjamin, I got to say, is wrestling a very smart match here. But how smart are you if you were going to willingly go into a match with Jason Karloff?
The crowd here behind Rudeboy Riley. Shelton Benjamin, as I've said, has the size and strength advantage, using that in his favor here, but Rudeboy Riley fighting up.
This crowd slapping their hands together just the same way they want him to slap that mat and tap out.
Riley with a few elbows, loosening the grip of Shelton Benjamin. What can he pull off? Oh! Instead, another knee drives the air further from Rudeboy Riley, robs him of air. 1, 2, this...
Every minute that you're in the ring with Shelton Benjamin, you have to learn so many things. Makes sense why Rudeboy Riley continues to fight despite the fact that he doesn't have a shot against someone with the pedigree of Shelton Benjamin.
Doesn't have a shot. Rudeboy Riley, in order to win, in order to even achieve his title match against Team Torment, defeated Paul London right here at the fun station.
I've seen the list. I've seen the who's who that he has defeated to win this title, but that is nothing. Those are impressive competitors. They're nothing compared to the gold standard.
The gold standard here, once again, has the advantage on Rudeboy Riley, if only for a moment. And goes for another slam. Rudeboy Riley gets a pin, 1, 2, and just able to fight out what Shelton Benjamin's thinking here. Oh, Rudeboy Riley rolls him up, 1, 2. Shelton Benjamin kicks out of that. Another pin, 1, 2. Doing whatever it takes to... Oh! That short clothesline makes quick work of Rudeboy Riley's.
Just like that. Shelton can... This is his match. This is his match to wrestle, his match to dictate, and he's just letting Rudeboy know that, hey, I'm one step ahead of you every step of the way.
Shelton Benjamin with control of Rudeboy Riley. Maybe thinking suplex here. Again, has some Shannon Boyd talking to the crowd, and Rudeboy Riley fights out. And he's got potentially like a sleeper. Got a sleeper hold on Shelton Benjamin. Slowly driving Shelton to the mat.
A lot of people have been using the sleeper hold for generations, for decades, but I've always felt that it was a cheap way to win, personally.
A cheap way to win? You're the one sitting here telling me any which way. You're not going to say a sleeper is cheap. Speaking of that sleeper, Shelton Benjamin fighting out of it.
I don't know, getting your hand raised while someone else is falling asleep doesn't seem like a real win to me.
I don't know which side of your face you speak at sometimes. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes I have no idea what you're saying. Oh! Shelton Benjamin eats Rudeboy Riley's boot, and then a knee! Rudeboy Riley, the knee specialist here. Two, both men are down, the referee at 3. That knee taking everything out of Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin taking everything out of Rudeboy Riley.
I don't know, you see what you want to see. Shelton Benjamin, he is a veteran. He knows that he's until the count of 10 to stand up. Why rush that?
8. We're only 2 away this match. I don't believe this match would end in a draw, but at 9, Rudeboy Riley's up first. Shelton Benjamin up as well. Takes Shelton down. Going for it. Oh! Swinging neck breaker there. Coast to coast, hits the knee. Oh! Turns him with a kick. Rudeboy pins. 1, 2. This could be a win for it.
Again, the action is fast, but so is the speed in which Shelton's able to get that shoulder up. And you've honestly got to question the intelligence of a guy like Rudeboy Riley. So desperately wanting to fight someone like Jason Karloff.
Oh! It shows what the Warriors of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship means to Rudeboy Riley. Knowing what's coming, still putting all of his heart, all of his fight into this match against Shelton Benjamin. And Shelton Benjamin has
right
an ankle
there.
lock. This could be the fight, Rudeboy.
Shelton could have locked this thing in the first 2 seconds, but he didn't. He was kind to the young kid, and now it's time to sit this thing up.
Fight, Riley. Fight it. If he cannot reach the ropes, this is absolutely the end of his heavyweight championship title reign.
Come on, Rudeboy. Be smart. Fight another day.
Fight out, Rudeboy. Come on, Riley.
Rudeboy, it's hard to throw that knee if you can't walk. Come on. Do what's right. Slap that mat.
Goes for Inseguri, misses. He's got him in 1, 2. No. Only a 2. On one leg. Rudeboy Riley with the Inseguri. Boot meets face. Face rarely wins. And now Rudeboy Riley has Shelton Benjamin down. What's he thinking here?
And look at that rookie mistake. You got a guy like Shelton Benjamin down, and you're gonna look to the crowd, and you're gonna go to the top rope.
Oh!
And that's what happens when you take your time.
Took his time, Shelton Benjamin got his air, and now hits a German suplex to the bridge, 2, then Rudeboy Riley gets an arm up.
But you saw how he kicked out of that. That was instinct. That was him just rolling over. You got to admit, his body's just working on muscle memory now. Shelton Benjamin has pretty much already won this match.
You know, I cannot disagree with you more. There is never a point where I believe that Rudeboy Riley is out of a match. The fight and the fire I have seen him display is beyond words.
Well, listen, in 3 minutes, when you see that, oh, look at that. After a thing like that.
1, 2, and almost. Shelton Benjamin almost. Rudeboy Riley able to kick out.
I'll tell you this, Rudeboy certainly has heart, but as we established earlier, Rudeboy, heart is just another word for loser.
Shelton Benjamin now in control. Rudeboy gives chase, hits a knee. And now Shelton Benjamin gives chase with a clothesline. Oh!
And there you see it. Rudeboy just refuses to do what's best for him.
That crescent kick out of nowhere took Rudeboy Riley's head off, and wait a second, we've been talking about him this whole time. Oh! And Jason Karloff spoiling the end of this match to do what? To prove a point?
Well, we knew this is how this was going to end. We're hoping it'd be in a month, but apparently it's going to be tonight.
What's he even doing out there? What's the purpose of this?
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee is going to stop this match as per the result of a disqualification. Therefore, your winner, Shelton Benjamin. However, still, Warriors of Wrestling Champion, Rudeboy Riley.
Shelton Benjamin now upset with Jason Karloff. Karloff eats a super kick. Riley hits the X-up knee on Karloff. Out goes Karloff. And now, this heavyweight championship match ruined by Jason Karloff. Both competitors facing off in the ring.
These fans, they want more. They want to see Shelton Benjamin win this title. And that's how you're Rudeboy, that's how he retains his title?
Now here we are.
I'll tell you what, I would not be surprised to hear that Rudeboy and Jason were in this together.
We're at a stalemate with Rudeboy Riley and Shelton Benjamin. Jason Karloff on the outside.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we are unable to restart the match. In this case, management rules, but once again, still, Warriors of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Rudeboy Riley.
I don't know what Rudeboy is so upset about. He better be thinking his lucky stars. If I'm Rudeboy, I just give that title over to Jason right now.
Unfortunately, we're at our time here for Hit the Lights 2015. For Brian Maxwell Mann, I am Warriors of Wrestling Commissioner Rob Blatt. Check out warriorsofwrestling.com, W.O.W Pro Wrestling on Twitter, Warriors of Wrestling on Facebook. Don't forget to watch the videos on YouTube, keep up with us on social media, and come back next time for more Warriors of Wrestling action.